My name is Matt Chapman. I'm the lead guitar player and beer drinker for Art Factory. So I play a Strandberg Bowden OS6. It's a pretty crazy guitar because the frets are fanned, and it's also got no headstock, so it's like 4 pounds lighter. So I discovered heavy metal when I was 11 through the first Guitar Hero game. My parents weren't super big on like listening to music or anything like that when I was growing up, so everything that I know and found, I basically just found on my own. Fell in love with guitar, won in a basketball game at Six Flags when I was 12 on a field trip. My buddy showed me how to play Smoke on the Water on just a low E string, and we basically like started competing with each other for who could learn more in a short period of time, and it all started from there. When we were in our old original band 383, we actually bumped into each other at a Mayhem festival back in like 2014, I guess I want to say. Me and my best friend Jude were in line for the merch booth after Texas Hippie Coalition played, and Bodie walked up and asked to borrow our like show bills so he could see what they said about THC, like what they sounded like, because they would do that in those things. They'd be like, sounds like Motorhead mixed with Pantera or whatever. So we met him there, and we just started, shooting the shit, basically talking about just random stuff. And he invited us out to Ride for Dime at the Rail in Fort Worth the following weekend, and we didn't think anything of it, but we went, we bought tickets, and he was actually there. So that night, me, Jude, and Bodie formed 383, and me and Bodie have been, musical bros, basically ever since then. Right now, I'm in a Metallica tribute called Kill 'Em All. I'm the Kirk Hammett, and that's like super cool. We only really focus on the first 4 albums, so it's all the super heavy thrashy stuff, which that's definitely where my heart lies, for sure. So my approach to soloing is kind of like a mixture between feel and theory. Because of how long I've played the guitar and how nerdy I've gotten with it, I've learned a lot about modes and different scales and key signatures, chords, playing over chords. I try to make my notes kind of follow the chord progression that's there. So if it's, like a E, G, D type of thing in the background, then I like to make whatever I'm playing musically on the lead guitar area, kind of follow and play into those specific chords. I have a lot of influence, I guess, from guys like Zakk Wylde and Dimebag that, used a lot of the like blues scale, pentatonic kind of thing. And I've always been really into like, the way Hendrix would do Dorian, over like a bluesy type of thing. So I try to incorporate a little bit of like all my influences into any solo that I write. If I had to pick one guitar player that I feel like I could really nail their style, I'd probably have to go with Marty Friedman, the Megadeth guy. I mean, it's not to say I'm on the same level as him musically, because I'm not. Few people really are. I just love the way that he does like his half-step bends and his tone and how much he uses like the neck pickup and like really heavy stuff. I mean, I've always just really loved the way that he approaches, musicality with lead guitar. That's kind of how I learned as well, like to follow the chords in the background. That's like a thing that he does a lot, and I try to do that as much as I can with my own soloing. To number one, just patience is a virtue. Try again. If you don't nail a lick on the first time, it's really about how you play it on the 1000th time. And for me, when I'm playing really fast stuff, I like to use a metronome, and I'll start it at like a really slow, comfortable tempo where I can, pretty much do it without screwing up, and I'll try to just build it like 10 beats per minute every time I get it right, all the way until I'm at like the target tempo, and then at that point I know I've got it. When you're learning something new or playing like a different scale, it's all about just seeing how it flows with what's in the background of the song. So, if you're writing a solo or you're just putting something together and you're not sure about what to do, just try different things out and see where the notes land, and the music will tell you if it sounds weird. So at least over the next few years, I'd like to see myself, stop struggling with like the really wide, stretchy stuff that has always kind of gotten me on guitar. It's one thing that, guys like Dimebag would be able to do, effortlessly. Like for me, I always think of the ending of the Domination solo where he's like, 3-finger at like 240 BPM or whatever, going crazy on the neck. I want to be able to do that kind of stuff and, be able to kind of mimic those types of weird runs into my soloing and add those into our music at some point for sure. With the 5 of us finally, you know, all being in the same room every week and working on our music, I definitely see that we're going to finally come into our own type of sound. We're establishing a really permanent, solid kind of method with our songwriting, and I'm loving the way that it's going. We all gel really well, and I'm looking forward to those days when we're going to be able to just go into the studio with nothing ready and, you know, bust out an 11-track EP in 12 hours. I definitely would like to thank you guys for all your support and love that you've given us, you know, since we put this EP out. If you haven't checked it out yet, head to any streaming platform that you choose and find Earth Factory. You can stream our Harvest Moon album on there, as well as our YouTube page. It's called Earth Factory Band is the name of our channel, and it's got our EP on there. It's got some cool promo stuff and some outtakes, so check that out. Let us know what you think, and we'll definitely be seeing you at a city close to you sometime soon.